Hello students, welcome back to your computer class. In today's class, I'm going to explain the next topic of your first chapter, that is working of a computer. A computer is a machine. It follows the IPO cycle. Computer, it has the ability to accept the data. After accepting, it processes the data and gives useful output. Here, accepting the data is known as input here. I. After accepting, it processes, that is known as P. So input, process, finally once it processed, it gives the useful output, that is known as O, output. In our day-to-day activities also we follow this IPO cycle. Come on, let we discuss with example. To prepare a pizza, we follow IPO process. See here. First, to prepare a pizza, we need pizza base and topping. So this acts like a input. We put in micro oven to bake the pizza. So it processes here. This is known as P, processing. Finally, we get the pizza to eat. It is known as output. Okay. So this is the IPO process. One more example we have: to change a TV channel using remote control. If you want to change the TV channel using remote control, first you will press the number of the channel using remote control. So it will become a input. Now your TV unit, it receives the signal and changes the channel. So this is known as process. Finally you will get the channel which is displayed on the TV. It is known as output. So IPO cycle it is. The input devices are used to give instruction to the computer, which are then processed by the CPU. So guys, input devices, why we use input devices? To give instruction to the computer. Later those instructions are processed in the CPU. So processing of instruction and data, it is done in the CPU. So that is what CPU is known as brain of the computer, because CPU is responsible for performing all the calculation and execution of commands. If you want to open a file, if you want to draw a picture, everything it is done. The process it is done with the help of CPU. So guys, so performing calculation and execution of commands, everything it is done with the help of CPU. That is what the CPU is known as brain of the computer. The result after processing data is transferred to the output devices for display purpose. See, for example, if you type a letter A with the help of input device keyboard, then it goes to the CPU and processes. Then finally after processing, it displays the A on the monitor, that is output device. A computer also makes use of different types of memory to store data and instruction during processing. See, once you enter the A with the help of input device, it processes in the CPU. And stores in the memory. After processing, it displays the letter which you typed on the monitor, and it is stored in the memory, guys. Okay, so while processing the data and instruction, computer it makes use of memory to store the data. Following diagram, it shows the working of a computer system based on the IPO cycle. So working of a computer system, how our computer system it works on the IPO cycle. So first step, input device I. Here it gives data and instruction. For example, keyboard, that is the input device. It gives data and instruction to the computer. Now that data and instruction stored inside the memory and processes here in the CPU. Finally it displays, after processing, it displays the processed result with the help of output device. So this is how our computer system it works. First, it accepts the input from the input device such as data and instruction, and processes and stores the data instructions here. Finally, it displays the output with the help of output devices. Next, various input devices include keyboard, mouse, scanner and microphone. We have so many input devices such as keyboard, mouse, scanner and microphone. In the same way, output devices, monitor, printer, speakers, headphones. The IPO cycle can also be represented using input and output devices, which are shown in this diagram. With the help of the IPO cycle, we can also represent the IPO cycle with the help of input devices and output devices. Now let me see how. Here we have keyboard, mouse, scanner. These all are inputs. So with how we give the data to CPU or our computer with the help of input device only, right? Data and instruction which we give with the help of these input devices only. Okay, so our data and instructions are given to the CPU with the help of these input devices. Then the data instruction, it is processed inside this CPU. Finally, it gives the output with the help of output devices such as printer, monitor and speaker. So this is how working of a computer system we can get with the help of input output devices. Let us learn about different input devices, processing unit and output devices in detail. First, we will start with the input devices. Input devices allow communicate with the computer. They are used to enter data and give instruction to the computer. For example, keyboard, mouse, scanner, microphone, these all are the input devices. These input devices helps us to communicate with the computer. How? Because these input devices helps us to enter the data and instruction to the computer. So this is how we can communicate with the computer, by entering data and instruction with the help of input devices such as keyboard, mouse, scanner and microphone. First, we will study the keyboard. Keyboard is the most widely used input device. So this is the keyboard, students. This is the most widely used input device. It has the number of keys. See here, you can see number of keys we have. For entering alphabets, we have alphabet keys such as A, B, C. Okay, in the same way, if you want to enter numbers 1, 2, 3, okay, you can have the number keys. In the same way, special characters, suppose special characters are question mark, full stop, comma. Okay, those are the special characters. So you can enter these alphabets, numbers or special characters with the help of keyboard. That is what keyboard is known as input device. The next input device is mouse. Mouse is a pointing device which is used to give instruction to computer. So this is the mouse. It is a pointing device. It is used to give instruction to computer. Mouse, it has two buttons, left button and right button. In middle we have scroll wheel. We can give instruction to the computer by clicking mouse button. Okay, by clicking the mouse button we can give instruction to the computer. We can give input to the computer by clicking mouse buttons. Some of the functions of a mouse are given here. Mouse, it enables us to point and select things on the monitor. Suppose this is your computer monitor. Okay, here we have icons, files, folders. So to point such files and folders, icons, okay, whatever on the monitor, we use mouse to select things, and to point things we use mouse. Mouse, it allows us to draw and paint. Suppose in your computer, to draw a picture or drawing, okay, we use Mouse. Mouse lets us to drag things from one place to another on the monitor. Suppose this is your monitor. Here you have one file. If you want to drag this file to here, then we use mouse. Okay. Next we have scanner. Scanner, it is also an input device. It is used for converting printed document or photos into electronic format. For example, to scan a printed document, the hard copy or photos into electronic format, we use scanner. So how it works? Scanner, it captures the pictures and text on a paper and makes a digital copy of it. For example, this is your printed document, the picture, otherwise a picture. Your scanner, it scans everything, it scans it. It may be a picture or text on the paper, it scans and makes that as a digital copy. This copy can be printed and then used for the desired purpose. Finally, once that copy it is scanned with the help of scanner, you will get the soft copy. This is the hard copy, you will get the soft copy. Again, this copy can be printed. If you want to send with the help of a mail, the same copy you can send to your friends using mail. The next input device is microphone. This is the microphone, students. So this microphone, it used to input sound into a computer. It records our voice and stores in the computer. For example, if we are narrating a story with the help of this microphone, then this microphone, it records our voice and stores in the computer. Nowadays we can get headset, which is a combination of headphone and microphone both, so that we can record our voice and again we can listen to that with the help of that headset. Both the options we can get, headphone and microphone. You might have used the headphone for watching movies or playing games or listening songs. So this is microphone as an input device. Next we have the input device touch screen. Touch screen is a display screen that allows us to interact using our finger. See, this is the touch screen. With the help of our finger we can interact. For example, we can have our Android mobiles, tablet. With the help of the finger we can operate, we can give input. With the help of our fingers only we can operate. So that is touch screen, student. It is used for opening applications and giving commands on the device such as mobile phones, tablets. Okay, so suppose if you want to open a game in the tablet or your mobile, so with the help of finger only we give commands, right, to open that game or to play a music. Touchscreens are easy to use and often found machines used in public places. Again, in public places such as in ATM. In ATM, with the help of fingers only we operate that ATM, right? So in the public place also we use the touch screens. ATM, it may be ticket collection terminals or theaters and airports. Okay. The next input device is joystick. This is the joystick, students. It is used for playing video games. A joystick, it consists of a stick that is attached to a base. See, it is a stick kind of thing. It is attached to this base. The stick moves and controls the movement of a pointer or some other display symbol on the screen. So if you are playing a game with the help of this joystick, here this is the stick. It is attached to this base. If you move this stick there, it controls the movement of your game. So this is how we can make use of this joystick as an input device. This is all about the class, students. Now the last part, it is the assignment for you. I'll explain it, write answers and submit to me. Identify the suitable device to be used in the following situation. Srishti has to type a long poem. Suppose if you want to type a poem in your computer, which device you use? Yes, you write the device name to type a poem. Next question. Alice has to convert her annual function day photographs into digital format so that she can send it to her cousin over the email. So here Alice, he is a person, he want to send annual day function photographs to his cousin over the email. So what suppose he need to do, which device he need to use for converting the photograph into digital format? Yes, you just write the answer and send. Next, Venkatesh want to record his voice. Suppose if you want to record your voice, which device you use for recording your voice to give your voice input? Write that. Abdul wants to control the movement of pointer while playing video game. Suppose if you want to control the movement of the pointer while playing the video game, which input device you use? Okay, write that and submit to me. So this is the class for the day, guys. Have a nice day.